Hello everyone, welcome to Researcher Spotlight. This is an initiative by TechnoBiz for connecting researchers. The idea about this Researcher Spotlight is about getting to know about researchers and what kind of work they are doing, because as you know, researcher role is very important. Probably most of us, even the laymen, also understand that importance of the researcher due to the COVID, the vaccine development, how difficult it is. Today, we are focusing on the researcher spotlight, which is basically focusing on one segment of the group on the researchers. As you know, it's by the TechnoBiz. TechnoBiz is an organization focused on the polymer industries and process technologies and International Resource Center. Today, we are meeting Professor Kinsuk Naskar. He's a rubber research group at IIT Kharagpur. Basically, it's a rubber technology center. There is a division at IIT Kharagpur. And Professor Kinsuk Naskar is a well-recognized, well-experienced rubber researcher. He's a very active. And his team, and what kind of research they are doing. We have 7 research scholars: Ashwati Raju, Asit Baran Bhattacharya, Amrita Roy, Surya Parameshwaran, Mithun Das, Sri Tutu K, and Jeevanathan. So these are the researchers, what kind of research they are doing related to the rubber industry or tire industry, and what are the importance about it. This is an objective of this. So we learn about their research work, the innovations happening at the institute and the rubber technology center. Okay. I want to convey special thanks to the Rubber Technologists Global Network. I think most of you know this activity through our Facebook group. And currently we have close to 4,300 members from 15 or 16 countries. We also started recently a Rubber Network WhatsApp group. We have currently close to 1,200 members, who are following the WhatsApp group as well. So without these networks and also all the research team of Professor Kinsuk, they really put together an effort, make this event happen. Okay. I'll show you briefly before you get into the program. Some of you may not familiar with what we are doing as a TechnoBiz, what kind of work we offer for the global industry. Let me show you a quick video. Then after that, we will go to the main program. Okay. It takes around 8-9 minutes. Okay, please bear with me. Okay, that's about the TechnoBiz. I'm hoping that you find it information about our services. I think some of you've seen this one quite a number of times, I believe. But basically for all other people also who are not aware of TechnoBiz, I give you some glimpse about what kind of services we are providing for the rubber and tire industries. I'd like to show you something. Here is recently I just started this rubber network WhatsApp group. If you're interested to join this WhatsApp group, you can just scan it now. But this WhatsApp group is completely admin managed. Basically, people, as members, are not able to post any messages. Basically, approved messages only will be posted. There will be no hi, there will be no hello, HBD, happy birthday, all these kinds of stuff. They will not be there. Only anything relevant to the rubber industries or any useful information, whether it is a job, whether industry developments or events information. Of course, I use for the TechnoBiz also platform to introduce what are activities we have. So I encourage you to be the part of this WhatsApp group. I know that you may be the member of many WhatsApp groups, so you don't want one more. But this I want to highlight that it is purely admin managed. You don't get unnecessary forwarded messages, but only relevant to the rubber industry, whether it is job or events or industry development. So yeah, if you're interested, please scan that QR code and you can log in, like you can join. Okay. Yeah. So now we are here for main thing. Professor Kinsuk Naskar, his research group. Let me first, he's a team leader, so we will start with him, okay, learn from him what kind of activities happening with him, and his work and his journey, research journey, his challenges. Okay, so give you a little bit, in bio about Professor Kinsuk Naskar. He has published 152 publications. He has 6 patents. He contributed 15 books, chapters. He received a number of awards, and you can see his specialization on the TPV, TPE, and also the green tire and the rubber blends and nano composite. Professor Kinsuk, please join us. Let's get to know more about you.
Hello, Param.
Hi there. Welcome to the program. Thank you very much. So I want to tell audience that, when I told him that I'm planning to do this researcher spotlight, and I told him my objective, he immediately say, yes, this is good for his team, and also industry should know, what kind of work is happening. So Professor Kinsuk, welcome. How has it been? As a professor at IIT Kharagpur, how many years have you been as a professor? As a faculty member?
I joined here in 2004, right? And so it is almost, we are 2021, so it's a good journey. And I think over the years we are growing, and then we will grow more. And of course, whatever we do, it is for Rubber Technology Center and IIT Kharagpur as a whole. And you know that our center has been established by Professor S.K. De in 1981. And so this means that this year we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of our center. And definitely, and whoever is listening today, they know us from Professor S.K. De and Professor Anil Bhomik, Professor B.R. Gupta, Professor Deepak Kastagir. They are our past teachers, and now we have to take the lead, and we have to go, right?
I think may I request you to make a short intro for the benefit of all the audience to tell more about the Rubber Technology Center, IIT Kharagpur, even some information on IIT Kharagpur. I think one of the oldest IIT, prestigious institute. Let me ask you to share your screen. Please stand by.
I hope you can see.
Yes, please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome everyone to this Researcher Spotlight. So thanks to Param and thanks to TechnoBiz for organizing such an wonderful event. And I'm excited to share, to see this how it goes. And as I mentioned that IIT Kharagpur is the oldest and the largest amongst all the IITs. So IIT Kharagpur was established soon after the independence of India, and you could see that it is located in the eastern part of our country, and this 140 kilometers away from the city of Joy, which is of course Calcutta. Over there you could see some of the wonderful pictures of city of Joy. On top you see the Victoria Memorial. Second picture is the second Hooghly Bridge, and at the bottom you see that that is a main building of IIT Kharagpur. Okay, you know that as I mentioned that we faculties over here at Rubber Technology Center are having different interests, but all are in the direction of rubber technology, but looking into different aspects of research. And for your information, we do offer MTech, Master in Technology, which is for 2 years. This means that the first year is completely they have to do some coursework, and then next year they go to the industry or other academia, or for example in Germany some institutes, some universities to pursue their MTech project work. That is also for another year, and then after 2 years they get the MTech degree. And we have PhD program, which is normally for 4 years or more. It depends on the efficiency of the PhD candidate. And you see over here there are different labs we have. Of course, we have physical testing laboratory, we have rubber processing laboratory, we have chemical laboratory where you could do a lot of different kinds of synthesis of new polymers, blockopolymers, or for example modification of rubbers, etc. We also do have simulation and modeling lab. Also thermal characterization is a very important aspect of rubber technology. So we have all sorts of thermal this characterization equipment, for example DSC and TGA and DMA. I am going to show you some of the pictures. We do have full-fledged rheology lab as well. Just to show you some of the instrument facilities we have over here, like internal mixer we have from Hake Polylab, we have Bravender plastic order, 2 different machines having different volumes. We have about 4 molding presses, hydraulic presses. We have 2 roll mixing mills, one from Santos, another one from Schaubenthal from Germany, and we have also have a new one. Then we have a renovated chemical lab. It has been renovated in last 2 years. And you could see that different other facilities what we have, like TGA from Shimatsu, Parkin-Elmer DSC, Nash DSC, of course Muni viscometer, Monsanto MDR, Monsanto ODR, and rubber process analyzer RPA 2000, as well as DRPA. Also, like other equipments like capillary rheometer we have from CIST, to understand the extrusion characteristics and processability of rubber materials. Also, we have 3 different types of DMA machines, one from Metroviv, the second one is from Parkin-Elmer, and the third one is from Anton per MCR. We also do have our AFM from Park Systems, and to understand these fatigue characteristics, we do have D-Matia flexometer. Some other equipments like denabrator, we have some electric properties measurement we have from Agilent, gas permeability tester we have, then GPC, gas chromatography, UV spectrometer, FTIR spectroscopy, contact angle devices, and as usual we also of course have a couple of universal testing machines, one from Hounsfield, the other one is from Zwick-Röhl. We have heat build-up testing devices, and of course Shore and Shore D hardness durometer. This is something about my research group. Well, I am having about 14 PhD students right now who are working in different fields of rubber technology. and some of them are already here. They are present, and Peram will be interacting with them. The senior students, senior research scholars of my group. So as a whole, I'm doing research on different aspects of rubber technology, and to name a few of them, like high performance thermoplastic elastomers and TPVs, self-healing elastomers, silica and silane based coupling agent based tire, so it's called the green tire technology. Then thermo reversible cross-linking, shape memory polymer and shape memory polymer blends, then polymer and rubber nanocomposites, and also electron beam cross-linking or electron beam processing. So I hope I was able to give a very brief introduction about our Rubber Technology Center. I forgot to mention that we are having currently about 7 faculty members, and we have around 55 research scholars, and every year we are having around 20 master students. Okay. And if you want to have some information, more information, you can always contact me, or you can contact Peram. And that is it, basically what I thought to share with you today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof Kinsuk, for giving insights. What kind of institute, what kind of facilities you have at IIT Kharagpur at Rubber Technology Center. As I know, lots of alumni, they're doing very well in not only locally in India but also overseas. Also, well-established institute in a Rubber Technology Center. For your guesstimation, I know it's already 40 years, as you mentioned. How many PhDs were out from the RTC, Rubber Technology Center?
Well, I don't have the exact number, but I guess the number is around 200. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So you got a lot of good products from the IIT Kharagpur, right? That's
absolutely
rubber technology. Absolutely. Yeah. So,
absolutely.
And you were actually studied in Netherlands for your PhD, and
yes.
So how do you compare your current research work, the one you did in Netherlands at Twente University?
Yeah, Peram, it is a very good question, and I think whatever I am today, it was mostly for the Rubber Technology Center, IIT Kharagpur, and for the University of Twente. I should admit that. And for your information, that for these things, I think Professor S.K. Dey was my teacher, so he motivated me quite a lot when I was doing my master to do PhD, especially from abroad. And it was very nice incident, I must tell you. That is also a very nice story. So Professor S.K. Dey met Professor Nodamir in one of the ACS conference in USA, maybe Pittsburgh or Cleveland, I could not remember correctly, but it was during the time 1999. And Professor Nodamir was looking for a good student for his new project from Dutch Polymer Institute, DPI. And then I came to know that, well, the co-supervisor will be Professor Dr. Robin Datta, okay, who I knew perhaps for my childhood, so he was almost like my family friend. So he motivated me quite a lot to do PhD, and especially I had no idea about Netherlands, so he gave me some confidence that yes, I think it will be a very good decision to study in University of Twente, because that time he was already established and he was already there in Netherlands for about 6-7 years. He was working in AXO, so he motivated me, and then I landed over there, and I find it a completely different world, and I learned a lot of things from that lab, and of course from Professor Nodamir and his colleagues. And the working environment was wonderful, because it was quite multinational. There were Dutch students, there were German students, and students from Thailand, and well, it was wonderful, and I learned many things, and especially whenever you work in the lab, over there, safety is very crucial, and that is what I learned. And also I learned that, okay, PhD work doesn't mean that your supervisor will be just simply spoon-fed like a baby, right? So and it is not the PhD of your supervisor. Basically, it is PhD of your own, right? So you have to take the initiative, you have to take the lead, you have to come up with ideas, and you discuss with your supervisor, and he is always supportive to you, and you'll tell that which is good and which is not good, and he can always guide you to go in the right direction. And that's what I learned from Professor Nodamir and Dr. Robin Datta. And that 4 years, I would say, Peram, it was still one of the best phases of my life. That much I can tell you. Yes.
So it's kind of turning point to you that, yeah.
Absolutely.
And you work with the legends, like, you know, Professor Jack, Professor, you know, SK Day, you know, so, and also Robin Datta, yeah.
And then with Professor Heinrich,
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Wow.
True.
So are there any, you know, I see a lot of students are also studying there, Indian and also some Thailand students also going there and doing a PhDs at Twente University. Any students are coming to also doing a short-term projects also at RTC from, and how do you developing research programs between the IIT Kharagpur and overseas research? I mean,
yes.
Research organizations, yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good question. So our master students, after completing their master, I think a couple of students from our center are in Twente. They are doing their, it's a very nice program. It's a kind of dual degree kind of program. There is a special name, PDENG. That is a very special term they introduced. So our students are there. They are doing their project, and then which will be eventually converted to PhD. So a couple of students from our group are working over there at University of Twente, and every year our toppers from master, they have chances to pursue their MTech project at 9 different universities of Germany, and that is called kind of TU9, and IIT and this DAD, it is under DAD, DAAD program from Germany. We have MOU, and every year 3 or 4 students from our center, they do visit either University of Aachen or mostly University of Technical University of Dresden, and especially at IPF, where I did also my postdoctoral studies. And so we are well connected. I mean, we are every year our students go there. We have joint publications, and most interestingly, after finishing my master, 4 of my master students have done their PhDs at IPF Dresden. So fourth one just is going to land within a month's time. Yes. So we are really well connected, and we continue our collaboration. Yes.
So it's very good for the students who are studying at IIT Kharagpur. They get an exposure globally, particularly from Europe. You know, as you know, the Europe side, we always say precision, right? They really master you, with
yes.
research. You know, I think you mentioned about your lead you by yourself, motivate you by yourself. You know, and great, super.
True.
You know, you said around 16 or 17 masters, PhD students. Man, how are you balancing your work? You know, a lot of work to do. Huh? Or that's why you're losing a little hair or what?
yeah. I think it's time to lose my hair. Okay, but anyway, Peram, it's a very good question. But I personally believe in 2 things. Number 1 is man management, and number 2 is time management. These 2, I mean, you and then of course what you talked about. Of course, you have your personal life. You should have a good balance between your personal life and the working place. And I think I'm good in that. That much I can tell you. And Professor Bhomik appreciated me about that one. So I must tell you that yes.
Super. That's one is important. The balancing the family. Time management is the most important thing for everyone. Yeah. And you have, I think that's, you mentioned a couple of specialization of yours. You on the TPE, on the green tire, shape memory polymers, and self-healing and nanocomposite. In your point of view, what is most interesting for you among all the topics? Don't say that everything is interesting. Of course, you're doing it, but if you prioritize, what is the most connecting to your heart?
Yes, still TPEs and TPVs are really one of my thrust area of research, and I published more than 100 papers in that. So you can imagine that that is there. since my PhD time. But also, I think always we have to go with the latest, demand and all these things, and that is why we have to search for new things, right? So that is why I would say that green tire and this self-healing shape memories, they are coming up quickly. So, and you could see that if you take the statistics about the number of papers, etc., that is increasing. So I think yeah, so these are some new areas, and of course the sustainability and all these things I did mention in my last talk as well, in your event as well. So those are the things I think I would put next to TPEs. Yes.
I think the TPE and the TPVs are revolutionizing the rubber industry, because it's minimizing the whole process also, and so that area, particularly the TPVs, a lot of development is happening. Yeah? So
True.
great.
True.
Let me get to your team now. Okay, well, we will connect again. I think I will invite you one by one when I talk to your research scholars and what kind of research they are doing. Okay.
Okay.
Please
okay,
stand by. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'm pleased to invite Miss Ashwati. She is a research scholar. Ashwati, please come on board. I welcome you. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. How are you, Prem?
Good. Thanks for being part of this researcher spotlight. You are the first one as a part of the research team, and you are a senior researcher. Just give you some audience purpose, she did BTech in polymer engineering from KUSAT, yeah, and also MTech from the KUSAT as well. She has contributed 3 publications. So let's learn more about Ashwati. How are you? So what kind of, first of all, congratulations, you are almost closing to your finishing your PhD, almost done. Yeah, you'll be, I think in next 1 or 2 weeks time, I may call you Dr. Ashwati. Is it right?
Not 1 or 2 weeks, 1 or 2 months maybe.
Okay, depends on the, okay.
Yeah.
So, but your work is done. It's waiting for the, yeah?
Almost it is done.
Okay, fantastic. Let me congratulate in advance. Okay.
Thank you.
So Ashwati, so tell me about your research work for your PhD and what is its importance of it. Yeah, please.
The topic of my PhD work is development of rubber nanocomposites for various barrier application. I can make it simple by giving an example, because everyone is familiar with tires, right? Okay, tire is having this inner liner inside the tire, so it can reduce the air loss from the tire. It can increase the, so the rubber nanocomposite I developed can be used as a tire inner liner, which can reduce the air loss of the tires, and it will increase the usage of tires. Like it can number of times, number of days it can use without refilling. It can be increased by using the developed rubber nanocomposite. That is one of the main application of the developed rubber nanocomposite. So that is the main topic of my PhD thesis.
So you're happy with what you developed solution?
Yeah, because I got nice improvements from the usual results, so I am very happy with that.
And you can now, is almost, as you said, okay, 2 weeks or 2 months. Anyway, it's going to be very soon. So do you have what's the next plan? Are you continuing in the research field, or doing a postdoctoral, or going to industry? What's like?
I like to do job, because I like to go to industries much more than PDF and the research area.
Okay, and I wanted, I think you were the one who got almost done with research during COVID time. How did you manage? 2 years, we almost like you're based in South India, and right, and the IIT Kharagpur is in eastern side. So how did you manage it?
Because
and what's like?
Lockdown, we all went to home, but our sir supported us very much. He was completely encouraging us during the lockdown also. So we were mostly, on writing purposes. We were planning for thesis writing, paper writing, we focused on that things during this lockdown time. So we managed the time because by the finishing of the lockdown, I almost completed my thesis and I almost completed my 3 papers. So it was very helpful for me. So at the lockdown time, I used that time very, fruitfully. I used that time.
So you do not worry too much. Keep your time productive to publish the papers, and yeah, that's super. Yeah.
And I also wrote the thesis, like introduction section and other things. Whatever I published, I wrote all those things. So I managed time very well, I have to say.
Your bachelor and master's from the KUSAT, that is also one of the prestigious university, particularly in the polymer and rubber and plastic technology. So how was your experience there? I don't want to compare because both are well known, but the time, one in your close to your home and one is away from home. Yeah.
Yes, yes. But in KUSAT also I was staying in hostel, so it was not a difficulty. When I came here, here also I am staying in hostel, so it was no much difference in that case. But in KUSAT, I have to say I started loving polymer from KUSAT. I started learning from there, so that's why I continued my studies in polymer itself. So I think it's very very beautiful experience. Like I started from there, I continued it. I am studying polymer for last 11 years, so you know that I love it very much.
Super. So love the polymers. Are you in touch with the professors there, like Professor Rani Joseph, or many well-known, well-respected people? Yeah.
Sunil sir, Thomas Kurian sir, everyone.
Right. Super. Okay. Thanks a lot, Ashwati. By the way, I want to ask you, other than Professor Kinsuk, because he is your PhD advisor, among not only your local IIT, if I ask you name who is your closest teacher other than Professor Kinsuk in the rubber technology?
From here or
anywhere from from any part of the world, okay. We excluded Professor Kinsuk. Of course, he is going to be number one anyway.
He's number one, but I love Dr. Rani Joseph very much. Her lectures are like beautiful, very nice. So I love her for that.
Yeah, she's another legend. Still, she's active, and I think I'm also fortunate to work with her, for my programs in the past. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Thank you, Ashwati. We'll be talking again. Oh, no, we're going to ask your boss to come forward. Okay, Professor Kinsuk, tell me about your student.
She is very naughty. No. No. The reason I think she already explained when she came here for her interview for PhD. The first thing I saw that she studied in KUSAT. Okay, and that was one of the reasons. So I thought, yeah, definitely she must be good student. And her project was quite challenging because it was from CF tire, from the industry. So I of course, for that kind of projects, I need someone who already had the background of rubber technology and all these things, the basics and all these things. And that is why I hope I didn't make mistake in choosing her for this particular project. It was almost about 3.5 years project, but Ashwati was very focused and she knew already what she has to achieve. And she discussed with me and quite at regular intervals, and and executed the things well. I mean, we planned well, and then she executed the things well. So of course, credit to her. I didn't do much, and then we at the end of the day we have achieved something which came in terms of about 4 papers, 3 already published, and 1 is going to be published soon, I believe. And what the good point is that all the papers, whatever she wrote, are completely translated to her PhD thesis, and that is the good part of it. So in principle, I mean, she is very sincere, and she is very focused, and that is why she finished in time, in spite of this COVID period. We planned everything, even during COVID period. I mean, that how to write and communicate the papers or writing thesis and all these things, and she has done it nicely, very nicely, I'd say.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much, Professor Kinsuk. Ashwati, congratulations once more. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, let me invite our next, please stand by, Ashwati. We'll be talking more with you at the end again. Okay, let me invite our next research scholar, Mr. Ashit Baran Bhattacharya. Okay. He is a research scholar with Professor Kinsuk Naskar. Let me quickly introduce about him in his bio. You can see he did bachelor masters from the Calcutta University. He specialized on the polymer and rubber plants. Ashit, welcome to the program. Okay, how are you doing?
Fine. How are you?
Good. So, how is your research going on? How many years you are doing now so far? I mean,
not yet.
Almost. Okay.
Almost experimental works I have completed. Only the right things are left back. So, couple of months I am proceeding for synopsis and submission. That.
So first of all, your experimental work is done. That is a big part of the program, right? You know, the research work. You kind of relieved a little bit. Yeah. So how you are managing your COVID times? You are located in you're near to IIT Kharagpur. You also have to stay in campus or nearby.
Few months I was here. After maybe May, IIT forced to go to home for all, not me. So COVID time, mainly I focused on writing. Luckily, I got some data before COVID times, and unfortunately, I have planned for IPF visit once Spark program is there. So I have planned to visit Germany for 3 months for collaborative research work. So unfortunately, I have to cancel. And again, I have tried after 2 months, but that time also I have to cancel. So that was the bad things for me and Sarah also, because we have planned lot of research work. Good things might be happened. So that was the thing. And after that, totally lockdown time, I focused on writing, paper writing, that things.
I don't think it's a bad time. I think everything happens for a reason. You know, your break would be maybe something good will happen sooner or later. Okay, so doing more wonderful work. Yeah. Tell me about your research work. You know, what kind of research is yours, and tell what is importance of it. You know, about your research work.
Yeah, actually, I am working on development of TPB. So Arlencio marketed a newly developed EPDM rubber, ultra high molecular weight rubber. So by mimicking natural rubber, so the property we can get like natural rubber, since it is ultra high molecular weight. So with that, I am trying to develop. I have tried to develop some TPVs, different types of TPVs combined with polypropylene. So the focus is for the automotive, since TPV has a large market and different areas. So my focus for automotive application, the products will be can be used for automotive purpose. That's all.
Yeah. Okay, so TPV has a good future, I think, because application, you know, what's happening in TPV. What is your plan? Are you know, I think you're almost close to the, you know, within a year you may finish it. Are you continuing research? Or plan to continue research work? Or are you going to get into the industry? Even industry also you can do research too. Yeah.
I want to join in industry R&D.
Industry R&D.
Yeah.
Okay, super. And I do understand that you are an active member of a kind of gang leader in IIT Kharagpur, in a lot of, you know, leading the social activities, cultural activities at IIT Kharagpur. Yeah.
Actually, IIT Kharagpur is famous for many cultural activities. So and every hall means where we are staying in hostel. So every hall has some governing body like hall president. So
Yes.
he is controlling the one session. He is controlling all the sports, cultural activities.
Right.
So I was in 2019 to 2020. I was the hall president, and in hall purpose, I have arranged some cultural activities, and I want to show some presentations.
Sure.
So what IIT Kharagpur is doing during different times, maybe Diwali, winter, like that.
Okay. Yeah, I see. I know that you prepared some presentation. Let me ask you to share the screen. There we go. Yeah.
So I'll present some extracurricular activities, not only the hall level throughout the IIT Kharagpur. This is the illumination and Rangoli. We are celebrating this festival on the day of the Diwali, and we are making some structure, particular structure, and it is a hall level, and every hall participating on the competition, so we can make a better visualization of different type structures, and it is only using the clay made diyas. Here we can see that we are tying with the wire, and like that we are making different types of structures. And here you can see that it is IIT Kharagpur emblem, and old building, new building. Here also you can see the beautiful structures, and it is better to experience in front of the structure. It will be very good. And also there are some particular theme, and they are making with different colors and making the rangoli. This is also. And also in winter time, here gardening competition is there by different halls, and they are making different types of structure with different themes. Here also you can see, and every structures have some importance, and they are all expert team is coming, and they are explaining what are the theme and what is the purpose of making the theme. And coming to the Spring Fest, this is the biggest cultural event of IIT Kharagpur, and I can say it is the biggest spring fest, cultural fest of Asia. So, so many participants are coming to participate in Spring Fest. Different types of competition is there: drama, dance, music, literary, everything is there, and some expert also coming for the talks. Here you can see the different types of competition and cultural competition and cultural programs also. And this is the techno management fest called Citij. Different types of competition, techno competition is there, robotics and everything. This happens here. Thank you.
Wow, it's a place, not only learning a serious subject, but also you can enjoy the time. Huh? Is it right? I said, yeah.
And not only these things, different types of sports activities, inter-hall competition is also there. Different types, all type of sports. Maybe it is athletics, cricket, football, volley, everything, and dramatics also, music competition, everything is there. And it is equally participated by research scholars, undergraduate, postgraduate, all students.
Wow, that's nice. It's not only getting education, but also you get
Yeah.
involved with cultural. You learn one from each other. So that's good. So do you have like a student body elections as well? That's maybe fun at the time.
Luckily, in which hall I am staying since last 4 years, not required for the election. but many BTech and MTech halls required because so many contents are there. So in my hall, it is not happened. Directly, I am selected, not elected.
You're kind of unanimous, yeah. It means you're a popular guy at the in your dormitory, I guess. Yeah, is it? Good, good. Asit, if I ask you, if anybody interested to come to study at IIT Kharagpur, what do you say? Is it a nice place to come?
Yeah, it's nice place to come because it is not only the study purpose, its environment is very good. If I think weekend, how I can spend my time, not only my room or research work, I can take my cycle and roam around the campus. It is very good campus, greenery, full of greenery, so I can spend my time lonely or with my friend, everything. So this is a good campus, not
Okay.
only the.
Yeah, I've never visited. I hope I get a chance to visit in the future. But we've all heard great stories about IIT Kharagpur. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And let me invite your Professor Kinsuk. Tell more about. We hear from him about you. Professor Kinsuk, tell me about Mr. Ashit Bhattacharya.
Yes, Asit was doing his master with us, with me also, and he did his MTech project in one of the industries. And then when he came to me, then asked that, well, there is any position for PhD, then I thought, yes, why not? You can join as institute scholar, okay, which will be sponsored by IIT itself. So he joined, and then we discussed about this TPs, and that time Arlencio came up with this new grade, and we picked up that very newly developed ultra high molecular weight EPDM, which is quite interesting. And later on Asit got very nice results, which basically could mimic national rubber, what he said. And well, Asit is very focused as well, and then he knows also how to balance this administrative part in the hall and research activities at our center. And in between, he also got married. Now he is also managing nicely his married life. I think it was last week, he introduced his wife to me. She just came for a few days for to have a look that where Ashit is staying, and they are looking for a quarter, or he will rent soon a room where both of them can stay. Okay, but Asit has done things well, and then he published also many papers already, and he's also very active member, and he's basically the one who is managing my Facebook, my group page, and he's taking care of many administrative things, and in coordinating my group members as well. So he has some special qualities. Okay, and
good. Yeah. It's not only about research work, but it also have a cultural leadership activities, administrative activities. It's a very good blend, man. I'm sure you will excel in your future career, wherever you work in any industry. Okay, thanks again, Asit. We'll talk more later on. Okay, let me go to the next, invite our next research scholar, Mithun Das. Let me brief about Mithun Das. He's also a PhD student, and his research is focusing on the modification of elastomer for a self-healing application. So Mithun, please come on board.
Yes, hi, sir.
Hi there. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. So first of all, thanks to you and the TechnoBiz team. And
welcome to this program, this researcher spotlight program. I'm happy to be you are here. So Mithun, you are staying in hostel. What's life like
yes,
in hostel? How are
yeah,
you
sir,
managing? Are you enjoying it?
I am always enjoying since I stay from my house, like last after class 10 pass, and now still continue. And so I always enjoy it, and I play like so many athletics, football, cricket, and during many college league and also IIT. So I am enjoying college.
So you are a sports person, good for health, not
Yes,
only
yes,
researcher rubber
yeah,
guy. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, tell me about your research. What kind of research you are
yeah,
doing? What kind of what is importance about it? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Actually, I am working on the basically the supramolecular cross-linking of elastomer with the improvement of mechanical properties as well as an self-healing application at various temperature and time. So we know that the rubber is generally cross-linked by sulfur and peroxide. So the sulfur and peroxide cross-linked products are difficult to reprocess, reshape, and reuse. And the main thing is that after the service, like the rubber or the sulfur and peroxide cross-linked product, the throw away in the landfill and occasion. So the problem is that the environmental issue and also some sustainability problem. So what the many research and today what the people are do, they incorporate some dynamic network inside the rubber matrix to improve the some reversibility, recyclability of the product. So I am working that on like part of this work. So basically to improve the some reversibility and also self-healing performance and automotive application, smart application like that.
It's an important research work. And now, where are you in the research work? How far you finished? Or it's on the
Yeah,
way, close to
I
it?
have no, I have almost finished. Like I want to finish like next 6 to 8 months I will be completed my PhD. I
Oh,
hope that.
congratulations in advance. So you are next when I see
Thank
you in
you,
physically, probably call you Dr. Mithun Das. Yeah. So
thank
uh,
you.
you are, what is the next plan? You're about to be finished soon, and what's your next plan? Are you going to be continuing your research area in the academic line,
Yeah, I
or are you
am.
going to industry? Yeah.
I am continue it and to go for PDF postdoc. Let's see.
Okay, I see. So how did you manage during the COVID time, Mithun? Is how far your home from
During
the Kharagpur,
this
IIT
is
Kharagpur?
like this IIT belongs to West Midnapur, and my home is that East Midnapur. Like from here to there, like 3 to 4 hours from my house. So during lockdown, I spent like study and also I so that I am most of the time I play cricket, football during lockdown period, and also I will like I also spent some time for PhD answer writing paper and all the things.
Okay, great. And you are part of any cricket team or any local in intra
So actually,
departments, or do you have? Yeah.
no, actually, Param, I very much play for football. I am nice
Oh,
also
okay.
mainly I play football.
Okay, that's nice. So it's a see, as a researcher, I think you also have a lot. You need to chill. Doing some sports is good, right? Is
Yeah,
it right? Yeah,
yes,
yeah. It's
yes,
not just
yes,
only
yes,
sitting in front of a computer and doing work in the
yes,
laboratory
yes,
all the time. Yeah.
yes, yes,
So,
yes.
uh, so well, let me invite your boss to come forward and say a few words about you. How is his experience with you, Professor Kinsuk? Yeah, please.
Yeah. Yeah, Mithun is very good in synthesis kind of works because his background was chemistry, and he has kind of opened up a new avenue of research in my group, which is of course that figuring out alternative routes for cross-linking, and looking at the self-healing at the same time. And I think we got some exciting results, and therefore Mithun was able to publish in many very good journals. I would say that, for example, Express Polymer Letters, he has one publication. He has publication in Polymer very recently, and then also European Polymer Journal. They are good, very good journals, and he is just almost going to communicate another paper, and with exciting results. And I'm sure that it will be also accepted very soon. So he's doing very well, and as he mentioned, so I'm also expecting maybe next 7-8 months he'll be finishing, and he'll be delivering his PhD synopsis just before that, maybe sometime in the mid of this next year. Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kinsuk. Congratulations once again, Mithun. Keep doing good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll please stay on lane. Now we'll be talking to you again. Yeah. Okay. And let me invite our next guest is the Amruta Roy. She is a research scholar and of course same team of the Professor Kinsuk. She did her BSc and University of Calcutta, then a master's at IIT Patna. Okay, she also has a one patent on her record, so let's talk about it. She's on the graphene research area. Hello, Amrita, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Good, great. So welcome to this program. So first I will going to hit on your research topic first. Okay, tell me about what kind of research you are doing and what is importance about it.
My research focuses on carbon black and graphene-based hybrid nanofillers, which are specifically aimed for rubber or polymer-based nanocomposites. So the reason that I concentrated on hybrid fillers is that it is often seen that hybrid filler is beneficial than any pristine filler. In many cases, synergistic reinforcement is observed, and as we know that graphene is expected to give excellent properties, but it is not always true because it is very difficult to disperse in a polymer matrix. So when we combine graphene with another substance, a particulate filler like carbon black, it is easier to disperse and the properties are better than carbon black or graphene when they are used alone. So my research area also focuses on synthesis of these hybrid fillers in an in situ methods. Some of the methods are also sustainable because I have synthesized the hybrid fillers from some sustainable sources.
And as part of this research, do you work with any industry also? As you know, the graphene getting importance a lot in applications wise. So are you working? Is it industry-oriented research?
Actually, yes. Initially, it was a project sponsored by Aditya Birla Carbon India Private Limited. So the tenure of the project has finished, but I am the same work I will be in my thesis. So and I also have the patent with Aditya Birla. So they sponsored this work because they are also trying to replace carbon black to some extent, or they are also searching for new fillers, new carbon-based nanofillers, specifically carbon-based. So they will probably start synthesizing this type of fillers in near future, and they'll try to replace carbon black partially.
Oh, it's very nice to know that it's associated with the Birla Carbon and real work, real things happening. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, so can you talk about your patent? What is all about the patent?
Okay. So this patent work is interesting because this contains the word sustainability. In this patent, we developed a hybrid filler, which was synthesized from a very cheap and sustainable precursor. That was molasses, that is the crude from the sugar industries, which we get before the refinement of after the refinement of the sugar. So it contains sucrose, and we prepared graphene from this, and we actually prepared a carbon black graphene hybrid with a mixture of these two materials, and the process was very easy. It was not very time consuming, or it did not require a high vacuum or very high temperature. The conditions were moderate, and with this hybrid filler, we actually also published a paper recently on this topic. We could achieve better properties compared to carbon black.
So does it take a long time to get patented? Is it challenging? what's like your experience like you're getting registered as a patent?
Okay, the patent, to be honest, the official works are handled by Birla Carbon India. So,
Nice. Yeah, so I think it's always a
it
challenge to get registered.
takes a normal amount of time, like in any other countries, I guess. It's not very longer in India.
Okay. So are you're living you're living in a campus or you're outside in IIT Kharagpur
Currently,
campus?
I am not living in my campus. I'm staying at Kolkata.
I see that you did masters at IIT Patna, right? You know, what's life like at IIT Patna? Is one of the another prestigious IIT as well, yeah?
Okay, so IIT Patna is located in a, I mean, at a remote place, but the advantage in being inside a remote place is that you connect to the people more who are available, and also you can enjoy the nature more, because that campus was filled with several animals like foxes, yeah, and even nilgais. So
Okay.
that was a different experience. We encountered nilgais on our ways, and also big hares. So that
So
was a good
you're living
experience, and academically speaking, because it's a new IIT, they had a lot of funds, and
yeah.
their buildings and their equipments, everything was new. So it was easy to work there.
So it's like you were living you were lived in kind of close to nature there, huh, with a lot of animals, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of a nature person.
Okay, good. And so other than research, you know, what are your specialty? Do you have any hobbies? You know, any hobbies that as a other than doing the technical things, what else
Okay.
you
Other
do to spend
than
time?
I actually have a lot of hobbies. Like one of them is painting, then reading and cooking sometimes, and also
Okay,
traveling. Traveling is a big part of my life.
super, super. Yeah, thanks, Amrita. Let me invite your Professor Kinsuk to talk about you, you know, about your strengths and your work. Okay, Professor Kinsuk, please come on board. Yeah.
Yes, Amrita was there in a safe hand in IIT Patna with Professor Bhaumik, and
Right.
Professor Bhaumik joined. Yes, Professor Bhaumik joined as the director, first director at IIT Patna, and she worked with him. So I don't think that she had much troubles there, right? And then she came here for PhD, and in the beginning, I think Professor Bhaumik was there, and then Professor Bhaumik left, and then he asked me to take to continue her research with me, and then we are continuing. And Professor Bhaumik is still doing his part from USA. Okay, so we are having some joint papers together and things like that. And Professor Amrita is very good in synthesis as well, and she has done wonderful job, and also it was reflected in the publications in good journals. And also I think she's planning for writing up her thesis, and she already discussed with us this basic structure of the thesis. So most hopefully she will be also finishing her thesis and presenting her synopsis within a couple of months time. Yes, she's well underway.
Okay, so you're one more person to leave soon then. Congratulations, Amrita. Okay. So what's the plan next? What is your plan next? Do you have any other plans afterwards? Are you going to continue in the industry research or going into the academic line?
Now I'm interested in academic research. I want to go for postdoctoral research, and then, if possible, I want to pursue my career in academics.
Okay, super. Congratulations once again. I wish you all the best. Please stay on. We'll talk again once more. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Let me invite our next research scholar, Ms. Surya. Surya, please come on board. She is specialized on the Surya, please open your webcam. Surya is a research scholar with the same team with Professor Kinsuk. She specializes in the elastomer nanocomposites. Okay, Surya, please come on board.
Hello.
Your cam is not open yet. Can you open your webcam? Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Hello, Surya. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Great. Thanks for being part of this program. Okay.
Yes, thanks for inviting all of us. It's a great initiative. Thank you.
Thank you. Tell me, what are you doing? What kind of research you are doing? Where are you now with the research? And what is importance of the research, please?
Okay, so my research is on the development of elastomer nanocomposites, particularly for tire-related application. So we know that tire industry is very demanding. There is this constant demand from consumers like us for better fuel efficient tires or tires with better durability. So there is all that. So tire industry constantly want better materials to work with. So my research is based on that to address some of the issues related to that, to improving the performance of the compounds, rubber compounds used for tire applications. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm, this is like the fourth year of my research work. So I'm planning to complete it by, sometime by next year.
Oh, okay. So you will be over in also soon then. Yeah. So your experiment part is over. Or still working?
No, I still have some of it left, but it will be over very soon. Like maybe by the first half of next year. I'm hoping so.
I see. I see. And you're basically from South India, is it? And you're
Yes,
staying in a hostel, or you stay in the hostel?
Yes. I'm from
Oh,
Kerala. So and actually, I have stayed in hostel before. Like I did my MTech in IIT Delhi. So I was there in the hostel for 2 years, and after that I came to Kharagpur. So yeah, like that.
okay. So tell me something about the girls, the living environment for people from outside, the West Bengal coming to the IIT Kharagpur is like another world, right? It's a bit out, kind of, yeah. And what's your life look like? You enjoying your time? Of course, when you go for classes, you do your research and things like that. What else happens there for you in a point of the girls, ladies, so yeah.
I don't know how to differentiate it like that, because IIT Kharagpur is a very beautiful place. Like it will be instant love when you see this place. Like you have this, big trees and this canopy and all that. It's very beautiful, and there is some kind of oldness to this place which you kind of fall in love with, and so it's very calming here, uh, and what else I say? So I have stayed in IIT Delhi, which is in the center of Delhi. It is in a place called Hoskas, which is in South Delhi. So it is in the center of Delhi, and life there is very different. Like Saturdays and Sundays, everyone is busy. People are going out like that. But life in Kharagpur is about the campus. You spend most of the time inside the campus and hang out with friends, go to places here, have tea. So it is mostly about the campus rather than an outside life. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful here. But I don't know how to differentiate it for girls and boys. I don't think there is nothing like that exists. You
Okay.
just have your gang of friends and you hang out with them. That's it.
I'm asking the point of the a girl from South India coming to stay in West Bengal, the life,
Actually, there are a lot of people from Kerala here, and there are a lot of people from South India. So if you and we have our association here. There is an association called Tech Keralites, and we have around 200 members, including professors and their family and everything. And for Onam, we have a get-together celebration. For Christmas, there is a celebration, and then we have farewell, for MTech students or BTech students and PhDs who are completed their studies at IIT Kharagpur. So there are get-togethers happening where we get to see all Malayalis together. So that was there. And otherwise also you get there are places where you get a lot of South Indian food also, like dosha, idli, and all those. You get that. Even there is a person here who serve you a dish called puttu, which is very authentic to Kerala. So you get
Right.
even that also. So there won't be so much of a missing feeling. Kharagpur is like home only.
Oh, super. It's like you get the whole India is there, because you have different, parts of the students are coming, and of course there is groups. That's nice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like there is a Kerala group. There are groups for everyone. Like there is a Tamil Sangam. There are groups for people from Andhra. So it is there. And everybody celebrate their festivals together. And we all celebrate Durga Puja and Saraswati Puja and all that together. So
super.
we get to celebrate a lot of festivals.
Wow. So it looks like a very exciting place to study and pursue the education there. Yeah. So,
Yeah, it is.
do you are from the Rubber Technology Center. Did you get an opportunity to work with any other departments to, like chemical engineering, or there are many other departments at IIT, right? Do you get a chance to associate with other departments too?
Yes, there is, interdepartmental research happening. My research is not like that, but I know, there are colleagues of mine who work like that, who work with, people from the medical department or biotechnology or like that, nanotechnology department like that. So there are interdepartmental research is happening at IIT Delhi. Not only for rubber technology, I think happens for other departments too. But in rubber technology also it do happen. And we also have people from other backgrounds, like people who have pursued chemical engineering or mechanical engineering. So those people also do their research at Rubber Technology Center. So.
And what are your hobbies? Do you have any special hobbies? Anything that you do?
Where I do read, and when we friends get together here, we do cook or watch old films together, like that. We do things like that. Yeah, I think pretty much that's it.
Thank you, Surya, for sharing some light on the life at IIT Kharagpur and also your research. Let me invite your Professor Kinsuk to come forward, share about you. What he thinks about you, Professor Kinsuk.
Yeah, I think Surya forgot to mention one thing, that she is also a very good dancer, at least in my eyes. Yes, yes, because sometimes there are performances which are organized by our center. For example, we have our short-term courses or international, conferences, and one evening we have cultural programs. And once I could remember, I saw Surya dancing very nicely in a group. Okay, so this is about Surya's extracurricular activities, but she's a very good researcher, and I must say that she's a very good speaker. I mean, she explains her slide very nicely. She's very clear what she's doing, and I think also, Surya, maybe you could say that some of your researches, I mean, some results you also got from industries, like for example, JK Tire and other industries are partly involved to your research as well, and we have some joint papers with the group of R&D of JK Tire, Hasset Tree. So Surya is very good in research and writing papers and all these things, and she enjoys her life. She explains very vividly and excitingly. It's good to see her smiling face. And so that's it. And she's also going to finish very soon.
Okay, thank you very much, Surya. Advance congratulations to you. Please stay on. We talk more with you again. Yeah. Okay, let me invite our next friends of yours, Sritu TK. She's a research scholar. Also the same team of Professor Kinsuk. She's from Of course, you did a bachelor at CUSAD and then master's at IIT Kharagpur. She also has a US patent. Let's get to know about her more. Her research work is focusing on the novel and green approaches to reduce and replace toxic additives in rubber compounding. It is very much timely now. Okay, Sritu, tell me, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
So tell me
How
about
are
your research. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now I can see you. Like before, I was not able to see you yet.
That's okay.
Okay, yeah. So I'm basically working on the novel and green approach to replace the toxic additives in the rubber compound. So mainly I'm focusing on the zinc oxide reduction in the rubber compounds. So we know that like the recent studies have explored like 150 tons of zinc are leaching every year from the triatrate. So that are causing toxic effect to the aquatic and marine environment. So we are thinking about the reduction of, not we as are thinking about the reduction of zinc oxide in the rubber compound. So yeah, my work is mainly focusing on that, and we got a good results, and I have a publication and one about that. And yeah, that's all. So
You is it industry-oriented research? Are you getting supported by sponsored by the industry or?
no. This is institute funded. Like I am an institute scholar.
That's it, yeah. And you had this patent registered in the US. Tell me about your research patent. Yeah.
The patent is not associated with my PhD work. It's associated with my master's MTech.
Oh,
So I did my MTech thesis work in joint with Momentary Performance Materials Bangalore collaboration. So from there, I have working on the synthesis and characterization of the saline grafted silica particles for the use in the triatrate application. So yeah, from that we could make a like modified silica, and that had made into the patent. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations! Getting a patent during your master's thesis is a great achievement. Yeah. So you are living in a campus or you're living outside campus? Or what's like?
Living in the campus hostel.
You did your master's at IIT Kharagpur and PhD in IIT. It's like how many years now? Say 6 years?
Yeah, long year. Yeah, like 2 years of master's, and now it's third year of PhD. So more than 5+ years. Yeah.
I see. So how's life like for you other than research?
Life is like, I think all my seniors have already explained that the life is really beautiful here. So we don't have to be like worry about it because even from the Kerala, like there are a lot of people are here. So it's like second home now. Like everything is at hand.
Professor Kinsuk is saying that the people who start working with him after a few years, they get married. Is it right? Is it some magic happens when you work with Professor Kinsuk?
I could say that like I just got engaged, so I'm waiting for my big day. So yeah.
Okay. Congratulations. Oh, I see. Yeah. Something he's saying that a lot of you getting married or got married after.
Yeah, after joining Naskar group only, I got engaged. So yeah, I can say that statement can be true.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. So, what kind of challenges you experience in doing your research?
At IIT?
At IIT Kharagpur,
there is challenges like what do we say? Mainly the challenges we face to get the slot about the like what to say scanning micron like SEM, TEM, microscopy slots and all. So that might take much time to get it. So our main works are like we have to analyze the things like whenever we're making a product, and after the research we have to analyze the thing. So getting the slots will take little longer. So that will make our work to be little longer. So but it is lucky that our SAR is having like much projects, so we can apply through that and we will get slot more easily. For the institute people, it is very difficult to get the slots. For the project people, it will be easier. So we can apply from that also. Like that.
And currently, where are you now? How many is this about to be finished, or what's like?
No. I am in the third year only, so I'm not in the finished stage because like when I completed my just the first year of PhD, the Corona came, so I had to leave the campus. So and my work is on experimental only, so I have to use the lab. Without lab, we can't do anything. So yeah, the last year when I was in home, I was working on the paper. So yeah, that publication. And well, after that, I'm coming back and I'm starting again the work. So yeah, it will take some time.
So now the life is normal in IIT Kharagpur. It's like
It's
you're not
very normal.
you.
Like every students are coming back by end of January. Like most of the people will be back. So it's become very normal, like back to the normal
So,
life.
so more physical activities happening and not online much. So yeah.
Yeah, even though we have like every cells are there, like so I'm a part of the women cell in the IIT. So even though we have like interactions and all, and we'll make sure like awareness to give the people like what have to do, like how we have to react into any like harassment, like physical or mental or anything. So that kind of works are already started. So we are focusing on that. So yeah, like all the clubs and all are actively like doing their things right now.
Good, great. Oh, let me invite your Professor Kinsuk Naskar. Tell me about you. Yeah, Kinsuk.
Yes, Sritu is very sincere, very serious student, and actually she had to suffer a bit because that our strategy of calling back the students was that first IIT called back the senior most students. So mostly these fourth year students, they got preference, and Sritu had to wait a bit longer. But during that time also she managed to write a publication, and it was published already. And now she's back. She's back since last September, I believe, and then her work resumed again, and she's working in the lab now, and almost ready with the experimentation part for the second paper is almost done. So today morning also I was discussing with him and her, and then I think most hopefully she will write her publication very soon, and will communicate the second paper early next year. So that is the plan. And she's also having some, she's thought about some new approaches for having kind of sustainability thing keeping in mind, and to kind of invent some new things to replace zinc oxide. That is the plan. Yes, so she's well underway as well.
Super. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sritu. Please stay on. We catch up again. Yeah. Okay. Let me talk to the next research scholar. Is Mr. Jeevan Nantham. He's a research scholar. He's specialized on the salinization on tire. Hello, Jiva. How are you?
Hi, Param. How are you?
Oh, good. So, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling very excited because it's a very nice initiative to discuss about this researchers' work regarding this in a common platform and all. It's a very interesting also. I always been following your channel and getting a lot of useful information from your webinars.
Thank you. So, you are a DAT student, right? Okay.
Yes.
So, first I hit before you go in the research area, tell me your experience there. What was it?
Yeah. First of all, even being in IIT itself was a very nice experience because I am basically from the southmost part of the India, and because when I was joining this IIT, I was very afraid that I know only English and Tamil. I thought I will struggle a lot because it's a very big institute, and during my first journey towards the IIT was itself very difficult. That time I don't know Hindi, but after reaching IIT, I got a lot of exposures. Now I know around 5 languages. I learned Hindi, then Malayalam, then German. A lot of exposure I got in IIT. And as a South Indian like guy, typically I thought I will suffer more, but rather I got more exposure and enjoy, like enjoyment from the IIT Kharagpur. Then after first year masters, I was one of the topper in my class. Then Professor Naskar helped me to apply through that DAD scholarship, and I got my exposure got furthermore expanded because there I get to know about the European culture and their how they are working on it and what is the language. Everything I got very nice exposure I got from the IIT Kharagpur. And I would suggest to the following upcoming students to join any IIT. Don't get suffer, like don't get think that language is a barrier, because you can learn a language within 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, well, language is an issue if you worry about it. If it's not an issue,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, I live in Thailand, and I still, you know, in the first year I did not speak Thai. You know, once somebody throw you in this swimming pool, you know, you start learning swimming, okay, because you had to survive, nothing else, no other choice. Yeah. So you are in which year now, Jiva?
Now I'm
Which
in the
year for the
third
PhD?
year. Yeah,
Okay.
third year of PhD because I completed my master's in 2019. Then immediately I joined this PhD. And I'm the luckiest guy, I would say, because I was not affected by this COVID situation. That's exactly like 3 days before a COVID outbreak, I came to Chennai for my project is basically an industrial sponsored project. So I got opportunity to work in an organization, but this COVID was not tampering any of my work. I was always working in this industry. Because the difficult thing is to relate this academic and industrial part. So that I'm handling very well because my research will be used for the industry in a day-to-day application.
So tell me about your research. What kind of research currently you are doing for your, you know, PhD?
Yes, actually, in any rubber industry, the mixing is the heart of rubber compounding. And unlike carbon black mixing and other fillers, silica mixing is somewhat a chemical reactive mixing. You know that if any reaction is happening, it's very difficult to control it. And the siliconization reaction is very difficult to control. A batch to batch variation will be there, or properties will be different. So my aim is to control this reaction or to minimize the energy, how much it is taking for that siliconization reaction. So for that, I am approaching in a different ways. Like from industrial point of view, I am approaching through some processing and mixing parameters. Then in a chemistry way also, I'm approaching. I got very good nice results, but now I'm trying to explore furthermore to write a paper so that it will be useful for the future generation and it will be used for every tire industry.
Very nice. Congratulations. I think it's important that, you know, I think, of course, both academic research is equally important, industry oriented. It depends on which direction you choose, because industry research is the basis always been academic research. Without fundamental research, there is no industry research, right? You know, so you have any, you know, you already 3 years, 2 years masters, okay, maybe 6 months in Germany. So what else you do other than doing coursework and research at IIT? You have any cricket player or anything?
Yeah, actually, I'm the guy who likes this travel and adventure, and I visited many places, many states, countries, and all. And I'm a long ride biker also. Every whatever weekdays, I will fully work in the organization or research lab, and weekend is for me. So I used to go every weekend somewhere and relax myself, so that on the Monday I will come back to the original research mindset. It will be helpful for me to relaxing those things and meet a new people and get a lot of exposure.
Yeah.
It's very good. And I'm very good in photography, and I'm a good cartoon artist also. I used to participate in several like a competition and got some prizes for photography and this art also.
Wow, man, you're an artist too, you know, cartoonist. I mean, you know now you know how to blend the rubber very well. Because as you know, rubber technology, you not need a science and technology or engineering. You also have to have skills about the like a grandma cooking type, right? You know, so fantastic. So you explored West Bengal. West Bengal has a lot of great places. I think that, you know, in cultural wise and scenery wise, I think, yeah, right. What are your favorite places in West Bengal?
West Bengal, I have been like many times to Calcutta, and apart from West Bengal, I went to the Sikkim and Lachung after my MTech. It was very nice place, and I got more exposure there also, because their culture is different. As they say, for every 10-kilometer culture changes in India. It's true only. And the thing is, I never get afraid or any to go like homesickness. I never got it, because if you see in the map, my home is exactly 2,002 kilometers from the IIT Kharagpur. So only traveling to my home is very difficult, but other places is not.
Yeah. So it's how long is the journey? I believe that you travel by train in the
Yeah.
first years, I guess. Yeah, probably now maybe you have flights, maybe So how long you have to travel by train?
By train means it will take 42 to 44 hours from my hometown, around 2 days. And the flight also, it will take almost 13 hours, 14 hours, because I have to connect connecting flights, then again cab to IIT Kharagpur. It's a very nice journey. In train also, I used to meet a lot of new peoples and get to talk with them and know their culture also. It's a very nice experience for me.
Chai, garam chai,
Yeah.
That's,
Garam chai,
I think that we don't actually, now we fly a lot on the flights, but I think that, samosa, garam samosa, those, whenever you get a station, you really enjoy those, whether it is peanuts or masala or whatever they sell it, particularly in the long journey. Yeah, it's super,
Yeah.
man. Thanks, Jiva. Thanks. It's really interesting, and I wish you keep doing good work. Okay, and let's we continue more. Please stay on. Now I invite everybody to come on board. Okay, come on board, everybody. Please open your cameras. Okay, please join. Yeah. So far what we learned from about our research, what kind of research, what your hobbies are, and Professor Kinsuk. Okay, before I let you do that, Professor Kinsuk, can you please talk about the Jiva? I mean, I forgot, I missed that point. Sorry. Yeah.
No problem.
Guys, if you don't mind, can you stop your cameras for a minute? Okay, I will invite you again. Okay, let's both yeah, please. Okay, only Professor Kinsuk and yeah, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jiva. Yeah. So Jiva is one of the youngest members of my group, and maybe he's one of the most hyperactive one, and he's having many talents apart from his research. Very active guy, and the point is that after a very long time he will be coming back again to IIT campus, maybe this week or the week after, since he was doing mostly his project work, which is sponsored, his PhD work sponsored by Apollo Tire, and that is the reason why he was in Chennai for so long. And he has done some very good work over there, and he started getting the feeling about this, analyzing this result. So he will make a publication very soon. So his first publication will appear very soon, I believe. And once he's back at IIT Kharagpur, then mostly he will be doing some characterization of some sophisticated equipments like microscopy or things like that, or SACs, for example. And then we can have even better understanding what he's doing. But he's doing for sure very new kind of work, which is relevant for the industries and also relevant for the entire community of the research in the direction of green tire technology. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Actually, when I start thinking about a train journey, I lost the way. I'm starting with garam chai, so I forgot the flow, man. Okay, okay, guys, everybody, please come on board, please. Actually, Jiva, you brought me, my university days. Thank you very much. All good. We talked about your research. We talked, Professor Kinsuk gave his view about you. Now I request you one by one, tell about your opinion about Professor Kinsuk. I know he's well respected, well experienced. People know him globally. How do you, what kind of interaction, when you're doing your research? I know no need to duplicate the same adjectives, but try to tell me certain experiences. Okay, you can point out some 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, let's go with Ashwati first. Ashwati, please.
Okay, he's very good. He's very supportive, as already everyone said. And I have to say, he already mentioned that he balances his work life and personal life very good. The same for us also. There is a say like the researchers got married right after joining under him. The same thing happened to me also. After 1 year, I got married. So I have to also manage this work life and personal life because I am staying away. So he helped me with that a lot, because he knows the things happening in our personal life, so he gave us time to go to home or spend the holidays with my husband or with my family. So he's very nice in that case, so we can balance work life and personal life, because it's very difficult nowadays for everyone.
So he's a good boss.
Yes, yes, I have to say that.
Thank you, Ashwati. Asit, well, tell me.
Uh,
Hey,
about
if you have something to spit out, you can do it now. Okay. Yeah.
two things I want to mention. I have also learned from Sir that punctuality, everything he is doing on time. And another thing is that everything he is doing perfectly. I mean, suppose after 1 month he has some webinar or conference. Before 1 month, he will be preparing the slides and everything he will be. And that I am also following. Not every time I can follow, but I am trying to follow that things. These two things and the rest of things, good balancing everything. And many times we are discussing about the sports activities in Kharagpur, many travel places, everything we are, and family also we are discussing about the things, and problems also we are discussing. I am very frank with Sir, and we are missed last year the picnic. We are enjoying with Sir and family that picnic times, and he is very friendly. That's all.
So he's a friend and also on time. Yeah. That's nice. That's what the time management. That's nice. Mithun, what's your opinion, man?
Yeah, so I am lucky that to have such a wonderful chef. First of all, that's also said that very timing, punctuality, and so during my PhD like I never feel any pressure. Like sir never call during the non-working day. Like sir only call like 9 to 5 p.m. During that month. Never call in that other time. So for personal life and the professional life, that strategy they having good balance. So and that's all.
Nice. Thanks, Mithun. Amrita?
Hi, I think Sir is very uh, obviously punctual, and I think he believes in working smart rather than working hard. So he understands that we have a certain engagements after our work, so he gives us that space, I think we all admire that quality of him, and he is also very well behaved and well mannered, which I like, and he is supportive of all of his students.
Very nice. Very nice. Surya?
Yeah, just like every one of my colleagues told, I think one thing that we all admire about Sir is how he balances his professional and his family life. That he always find time to, spend. Always manages very well. Like all occasions, he be with his family, celebrated, and he's a good singer also. I think nobody told that he's a very good singer, and. And another thing is that I have never seen him losing his cool. Like I have never seen him getting angry at someone or talking in a rash way with anyone. He is always very cool and very composed, and I think that is also one quality that we all admire about him. So
That's nice. That's nice. Sritu, how about you?
Yeah, I can say Sar is very much a dynamic and proactive person. So, like as everyone says, and he knows like how to balance the work life, and that is like we are spending like 4 or 5 years with him, so we are also like learning the way like how to balance our like work life things. So it's a good experience. Yeah.
Jiva, how about you?
Yeah, yeah. I would like to tell the honest opinion that he used to give that freedom to operate FTO. So whenever I get some new idea, he will encourage me to go ahead and those things. Because unlike like I have seen other colleges and other professors and all, but he is like a typical Netherlands guy, you can tell, Netherlands professor. He used that culture to apply in our group. He never scolded us. He never got angry. And even last 6 months back, I got some issues with when my parents got COVID. He understood everything, my personal life and all, and he supported me a lot. If he was not there, other professor would have like somewhat scolded me for some delay and all, because he was very supportive. And this freedom to operate is always there with us. That we have to. I wish him to always maintain this, and for the future generations of students and all.
Wow. Wow. So you are working with a great personality, yeah? With not only knowledge, but with a lot to learn from Professor Kinsuk. Oh, it's a nice. Even when I proposed this concept, he did not hesitate. Yeah, give it a try. Let's do it. You know, it looks going smoothly, right? Yeah. There's no proper structure for this plan, but it's running very smoothly, and I'm glad that every one of you have have a good experience of doing research at IIT Kharagpur and also associate with Professor Kinsuk Naskar. Maybe we should ask Professor Kinsuk Naskar to sing one song, man. Can you? Would like to sing a song for a quick one, maybe a little bit, yeah?
Maybe not today, Peram. I will be having other opportunities, please.
Okay.
And what I can tell you that please go through my Facebook pages. You could find some of the songs were sang by myself, and my wife is much better singer than me. So you could also see that one, and you could say that. You could see.
Yeah, I see your Facebook. You always take nice pictures of your garden and nice flowers. I see the postings and all the sceneries. Wow, it's very nice. Yeah, yeah. Sometime I watch your Facebook. That's nice. Okay, we're going to the little talk about anybody. I don't want to be all of you. If you for young researchers, okay. If you want them to work in IIT Kharagpur or study at IIT Kharagpur, what kind of suggestions, input you could like to give? Maybe Ashwati, one Asit. Yeah, first Ashwati first. You're almost done with IIT Kharagpur. You're moving forward, so yeah, it's a yeah.
For the new researchers, okay. I think you need to have a focus on the work. We have to spend a lot of time in the lab. We have to sacrifice so many things, but that should be there. You have to have a nice focus on what you want. Okay, you have to be sure about the research work before you are joining here. That's what I have to say. Focus should be there before going to this research field. That's what I have to say.
Okay, Asit, your input.
I will continue what Aswati told, that try to utilize what are the scope you are getting, because for the research scholar there are little bit problem regarding the research facility, central research facility. So I would suggest that whatever or whenever you are getting the opportunity, try to use, and means you have to manage somehow, and will connect with the colleagues and the research group, and try to do hard work, and that's all.
Yeah, I think it's always a challenge to get the complete facilities for every research, but you utilize the central facilities with the proper time. I think that is very important. I think one of the aspects of the doing PhD is publishing of papers. That is very much compulsory. I think that a lot of papers being published, a lot of paper gets rejected. I will ask Professor Kinsuk. I think you're working with here 7, maybe some more watching or viewing, another 7 more. They will be continuing there. How do you guide them? To publish. It's important to be published in a peer-reviewed journals compared to any journal, right? That gives you your citation or a high index and things like that. So Professor Kinsuk, maybe some guidelines for anybody who is watching this program. If you want to publish a paper in a peer review, how to go about it? Even if you get rejected or not rejected, usually they ask you to edit it. I think is mostly, review it or, so what kind of experience you have published 150 papers. And I think many of researchers are involved with that. So what's your input? Yeah.
Whenever a student or candidate joins for doing PhD, from my side, I'm very confident that what he exactly has to do, right? So that this means, in other words, that work has to be focused, right? And of course, when you start the research, then new avenues come up, new results come up, and based on that, you change your direction, and all these things are there. But the first thing what I always ask my student to do for the first 3 months is to study well and study the literature, what is happening in that particular field, right? And based on that, the candidate has to write a kind of literature review, right? And the student has to figure out that gaps. The analysis of the gaps are very important, and he has to kind of make a draft plan that what he or she has to do. And then after discussion with me, I come up with my ideas, and then take the help of the candidates literature survey. I give my tips. And then the student starts doing this work, and then when it is about, let's say, 1.5 years or something like that, the students are able to generate many of the results, nice results. Then I thought that it's a time to start thinking about writing a paper. What normally I do is to make a kind of presentation, a PPT. This means that you have to make a kind of selection of the list of figures or and the tables, that what should be there, the content of the paper. So from your side, you should know you cannot put 100 pictures and 250 tables in a paper, right? But you might have many results. But the most exciting results, the most interesting results, where you could see and show the other people that you have got something new, and that will be useful for the industry as well as for the sake of research, right? That selection of those figures and tables are very important, and I believe in that. And once I see that, and I give my inputs that, okay, maybe this table you should not put it in, rather you should put a table where, or figure where you are able to explain the common audience for a better paper. And of course, and then we try, we have in our mind that, okay, we try first this journal. If it doesn't work, then option 2, and all these things, it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, as you mentioned. And that is the way we try first in a good journal. And then sometimes we get some good comments also from those research, reviewers report. And then we try to kind of modify that paper and then submit to another journal or things like that. Okay. So that is the process more or less I try to follow. Yes, of course there are success, there are failure all the time, but you have to try, and you have to be very focused in your target.
Is there any requirement if you want to finish your PhD, how many papers to be published? Is any minimum?
Yes. There? Yeah. It was there before at IIT system. It was 1, but now it has becoming 2 mandatory papers. The candidate has to publish before the submission of the synopsis. Yes, at least 2 papers.
Okay. So anybody has any difficulties or getting approved? Any, how was your experience? Any of you wanted to put, as a researcher? Of course, a professor give you the guidelines, and then of the day, the hard work is done by you, because you are the one who has to correct, check the results. So, Amrita, you have some ideas? How was your experience writing a paper, get it published?
All right. I think only writing a good paper is not enough. Also choosing the right journal and approaching in the right way is also very much needed. So even if you choose the right journal, there are chances that your paper might get rejected. And but a paper getting rejected does not always mean that the work lacks something. Maybe there are sometimes it's a call for probability, and when a paper goes under the review, there are always chances that your after this revisions your paper will be improved, much improved. So I think the comments that comes under the revision or the reviewers, it is better to take it in a positive sense. Sometimes we think that okay, these questions are not relevant, or these questions are not necessary, but I think addressing all those comments actually enriches your paper further. So it is better to keep patience, and it's better to address the comments very minutely, so that the outcome, I mean, when the paper is screened through all these processes, the work actually gets better. So I think it's all about patience in PhD.
It's very well said, Amrita. It's very well said, because comments are good so that you can improve your work, and you take in a different point of view. Well said, well said. Really like the comment. Okay, anybody else want to say something? Anybody else want to share any experience? Yeah. You know, you guys are current students. I want to know from Professor Kinsuk, talk about his past students. Okay, I'm not sure how many people finished a PhD with you.
Now 16.
16. Okay,
Yeah.
tell me even about, you know, how they are performing, in whether they're inside campus, outside campus, or in India or outside India. Yeah, so some light on the. I'm sure you also did good work with similar to what you're doing with current student, but also past students. You know the.
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, my first PhD student was Rajesh Babu, and he did it already in 2010. So almost 11 years back, and now he's holding very important position in Apollo Tire R&D. And then the second student, for example, Professor Dr. Sanjay Datta, he is now in Thomas Bata University. He is holding the position which is equivalent to assistant professor in Czech Republic, in Thomas Bata University. Then I have students, Dr. Pranab, and he's in CET now, working for more than 5-6 years already. Dr. Parthivan is working. Maybe you met also Parthivan, I think, in one of the conferences, I believe.
Yes, in the US. Yes, yeah.
He is in ATG Yokohama Tire R&D, and he's one of the first PhD students from my group. I'm from our technology center, who is doing in ATG Tire. Then Dr. Padmanabhan, he's doing in Zilog, one of the TP product manufacturing industries located in Nasik, headquartered in Pune. He's doing very well for the last 5 years, I would say. Then Dr. Tuhin Chatterjee, he did his postdoctoral studies with Francesco. I think you met in one of my webinars in University of Groningen, Netherlands, and then he got a job in Tyrummer, which is in Nijmegen, a city of Netherlands, since last September, I guess. Joita, one of my students, she did work on TPs. Now she is in KAUST, Saudi Arabia, doing postdoc together with her husband. And Drupita, she did postdoctoral studies in Canada. Now she is in France, in Paris. And Anaga just, last year passed out. She also got offer from France, and she will be visiting soon, I believe, if she gets the visa in proper time. And some, as mentioned as already I mentioned, that some of my MTech students, 4 of them are doing PhD. They are either completed or doing at IPF Dresden, under TU Dresden in Germany. And I mentioned there are several Spark programs going on. So students got opportunity to visit for a couple of months to either to Germany or to Holland. So Anaga was one of them. She visited for 3 months under this Spark program. Okay. And I really hope that also these students or the future students who are working in my group will get some chances to visit abroad. I always believe that once you see the other side of the world, you always get experience, like I did, and I always want my students to experience that thing, right? And that definitely shapes, give a better shape to their careers. That is what I believe.
Wow.
Yes.
So your students are every part of the world then, almost, yeah? So
Almost,
doing very
yes.
well. So you guys get in touch with quite often?
Yes.
Keep
Yes.
communication, that is very important,
Yes.
you know, for the super. Okay, you know, we are almost end of this, what I want to talk in this researcher spotlight. I'm really thankful from the bottom of my heart. I really enjoyed, you know, talking to each one of you, and special thanks to Professor Kinsuk, you know, for being part of this, the whole first episode of the researcher spotlight. Okay, so any final remarks, Professor Kinsuk, you know, before we end the program? Yeah.
No, Peram, I must thank you, because I thought it was a very good initiative which has been made by you. So far, we have seen that real experts could interact with you, but now I see that research scholars are equally good in interacting with you. And I thought I really enjoyed this session. I don't know how these 2 hours just passed by. It was like you know, 2 minutes, right? So, but it was good to listen to my students also, and certain things also I didn't know. I know now. So it was because of you. You tried to, you know, extract the best out of them. Yes, Peram, I think you should do. My advice is to do this quite often with other universities and other groups also, so that we also learn that what they are doing.
I want to thank you, because you know this is what you guys are, all of you doing is very important for the sustainability of industry, not an environmental point of view. Your research innovations, it will stays, you know, the industry stays with the new innovation, new products come in, so that economy is, your impact is very much, you know, very significant. I always believe in research. I know, you know, that when I did research webinars, now I focus on the researchers spotlight, so that you will be, you know, people know you more, at least some people through TechnoBiz, which are the way. But I enjoyed every talk. Okay, anybody else come forward to say any remarks? Ashwati, final remarks to the, you know, audience purpose. Okay, put together as a conclusion remarks. Yeah.
Thank you, Param, for inviting us for this research spotlight thing. This is the first experience for me also. I didn't, you know, hear these kind of talks before. So I think other people will also start doing this. Other universities, like from other places, like foreign countries and all, how they are doing their research work, how they are managing the things. We can learn from there also if they are doing these things. And other thing is, like, I am at the end of my PhD, so it is very helpful because I can get my connections increased. As you always say, connections are important, so it is very helpful for me also. So I'm very thankful. Thank you very much.
And you know, you are almost finishing, you start teaching. Okay, even you work in industry or not, continue wherever you work also, when you teach, I think I want to request this thing to all of you, whether you, whatever research you do, whatever career you are in, but teaching is a very good thing, noble thing. I think the Professor Kinsuk, I like his, when he teach, he did 2 programs, you know, a know-how webinar, a presentation. When you do the presentation, you learn, and you know, you build your own more and more, you know. So start teaching, whether it is for your junior students or young, or even a company you work for, or wherever it is. Okay, Jiva, any remarks? The hyperactive man, the Superman.
Yeah, it was very nice to talk to a common forum, not only about the research, about our lifestyle and this culture and all. And that is the most important thing, because doing research will be somewhat boring to some many audience, because we connected this research work with our lifestyle and culture. It's a very important thing, and you did really well also. It's very nice.
Okay. Shritu, how about you?
It was really nice interaction, I can say that. Initially I was also like excited, like what to say, like how it will go, and no idea about it. So like once it started, it's like, okay, just chit chat, like nothing. We are just talking to some friends, and it's like a really good experience, and we can share our experience, what we learned from here, and it's a great thing.
One thing I want to say, when you have a 4-year student, 3rd-year student, 2nd-year student, junior student, there are always have a year gaps. I do request as senior students, mentor the younger students. Okay, I think they may have a stress or doing, first year maybe is always a challenge. As when I have lots of friends in the from the research side also, first year they don't get a picture whole thing and in setting environment, and who is the person who make it more comfortable is the senior students, not even the professor, because professor there is a little bit friction there. We don't know which professor who is, but the senior students, I think your clubs, all your social activities, what you are doing and mingling them, building the self-confidence. I think that's as a young researcher, you should pass on this mentoring. Challenges are there. I think you should do that too. And just adding my own point of view. Yeah. So, guys, I really enjoyed every minute of it. I also didn't know how it goes. I was excited, whether I'm going to make any stumblings, make mistakes of this whole event. I found it very interesting. I'm pleased to know you, each one of you, and you were, some of you good at dancing, some of you, even Ashit is leadership skills, Jiva's adventure life. Okay, so all is very interesting, and keep doing good work. I wish you the best. We're still connected. I'm sure one day we have a chance to meet each other in person. Okay, until then, bye bye for now. Okay, thank you all. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to close now. And audience, I thank you all for joining this session. I'm hoping that you learn about our, all our, research group. Professor Kinsuk Naskar is one of the well-respected, well-experienced researcher. Okay, and I'll keep myself, in the future with the more research groups, what kind of research they are doing. And you should always keep in touch with Professor Kinsuk Naskar and his research team. They're doing wonderful work. I think you know how to reach Professor Kinsuk Naskar. Okay, with that note, thank you all. Bye bye for now.